Hey guys, and welcome back to some more Factorio in our Sending Supporters to Space map. And I'm at the coal patch here. I have everything hooked up. As you can see, it is running. And we are going to start on the production packs as I promised right when we get back. But I did want to just start here because it's kind of a cool train ride back. And this is just really cool to watch, in my opinion. Seeing it go through the loader, come out even, and just watching it fill up here. So I'm going to put a little bit more ammo. I meant to grab ammo before I left, which of course I forgot. Go figure. But I'm just gonna stick all my remaining, because I won't really need it on the train ride back, stick all my remaining ammo in these turrets just in case we do get hit while I'm gone. I will need to remember to do this. Still need to remember to defend the oil outpost. I know it's gonna bite me. It's gonna come back and bite me real bad. I could kill that. Well, I don't have any ammo now, so I've told this thing to wait until full, and you can see it's pretty evenly loaded-ish. Part of it is that even though that comes out, even this belt is closer than these belts, right? So it's just a matter of this coal gets here sooner and loads fast. That's why this has more than this one, which has more than that one, which has more than this one. Just because, you know, this belt's shorter. It's taking the inside track, and that, you know, pretty simple. Kind of, you know, like on a racetrack, whoever takes the inside gets around the corner faster because it's a shorter distance. Yeah, so I've told this to wait till full, which will be 6,000 or 8,000. 8,000. So this will take a minute, but that's fine. Oh, while I'm here, one thing I do want to do is I want to place a radar or two, because what this will let us do is, I'm going to just place it like here. So what let us do is actually now zoom in on the map and be able to see this from our base. And I do need some radars in the base too, because like when my power went out, I couldn't actually see anything. Of course, now that I think about it, if the power's out, I wouldn't be able to see anything anyway, because we actually have a radar, and since I had no power, it didn't work. So, duh. But yeah, this thing's loading. Of course, it doesn't buffer now because the train's here, but you know, this works good. I mean, you can see just visually it is coming out pretty darn balanced, and even despite this belt getting here sooner, these are quite evenly loaded all in all. Better than if I just did a straight belt across. That would have been quite unfortunate. So we're almost ready. 7.4 out of 8K. 7.5, this turret needs to go. And we'll have a train ride back. So I do need to start loading these with solid fuel, but I haven't quite gotten to that point yet. I did set up just coal loading straight off of the unload from the train at the main base, which I'll show once we get back there. It actually looks kind of nice, kind of cool in my opinion. Probably not the most optimal thing ever, but, and here we go. So there's actually solid fuel in these front locomotives. It's coal in the back, so I did notice a bit of a difference in how fast we're moving. But this seems like a long way we went for coal, and it is. But if you just, like, if you're timing this in your head, or perhaps timed it with a stopwatch or something for some reason, this is not long. This is like maybe a 30-second train ride. Probably not even that much from the coal thing. It's really not that bad. Like, especially once you get rocket fuel, these train distances, until you get like, you know, 5,000-6,000 tiles out, it's really not that bad. So I've unloaded, and what I've done is I've just taken this last inserter on this box and on this box and sent it back through to load. I've used burner inserters so that if our power goes out, it won't stop fueling the train. Kind of same concept. Some people may be against it, whatever. Another 4-lane balancer, 4 to 4, and what I've done is I've sent this lane down to whatever this was going to, grenades I think, this one to the smelters, this middle one goes through here just because we want this to still mine out, right, and this goes to power, tear up these couple that are not working, and then the last one goes to plastic. So that's kind of the deal there. Really, what I may do, because smelting really shouldn't take that much, is I'm actually going to be a little bit silly and do this. That way, if this backs up, like it is backing up, it'll send the rest of it down this way, because we do need quite a bit for grenades, actually. So that's kind of that may have not actually done anything now that I'm thinking about it. No, it really doesn't. Change plans. Doesn't quite do what I wanted to do. Okay. So what's going to actually happen So he's going to go there. This guy is going to split here, right? So it's taking half off that belt. And then, is this pretty? Is this like super efficient? Nope, but it does what I want. Essentially takes half from this belt and sends it to this belt without balancing them between each other, because that's not what I want. I want half of this, so essentially we get 1.5 belts here, half a belt here, because the smelting really doesn't take much. And I told the train to leave once empty. It is empty. These boxes are full. We are actually using a surprising amount. But he'll go pick some up. In fact, I suspect he's probably there already. Yep. And we can check it out. These do have a little bit of buffer now. And there we go. So that's that. Let's get started on these production packs. So these production packs take, again, like the military, remember, they do output 2. So we only need 10 assemblers for them if we're going for 2 a second base rate. And they only take 1 of each thing, so that makes it pretty easy. In fact, all of this pretty much takes 1. I like that. It makes it a lot easier. So engines, assemblers, and furnaces. That's going to be interesting. I think I'm just going to kind of go to the right with them here, just like I have been doing. I may want to make some more poison because these trees are going to be my way real quick. So there's blues. We can't really fit production anywhere in there, so it's going to have to come over here, which is a bit awkward. I mean, I suppose I could do something crazy and put the productions like horizontally here. It doesn't really go with the theme of things. I don't know. I feel like this space should be used, but it really doesn't go with the theme of things. It would be kind of interesting, almost like Tetris in a way, right? Like this is here, and then this fits like horizontally, and then we build the stuff vertically. I think that would just bug me. We should just do the production packs right here. So same amount as the military. Sorry, I had to yawn there. Jeez. Okay, so we're just gonna nope. Come on. So just drag him across. Like so, leave some space just because it's good to. So this will be our output. It's gonna come up, we'll need yet another belt. Not sure how that's gonna work. Might have to feed from the opposite side of the labs. Use filter inserters for that. And I'll explain why, but if you don't use filter inserters, you're gonna be transferring the packs, I think, just throughout the labs, like forever. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so he is going to be production, and this should unlock some more research possibilities. Now, there seems to be, like, not much of a range, right, where it's, like, red, green, blue, military, or not military, in production. There's not much of a range of that until you get to high-tech. Like, if we look at these, most of these require high-tech as well as production. So you're really not gaining much. We can do the fuel processing. You know, you process empty fuel cells, which we have none of. We can do coal liquefaction, which we don't really need at the moment. We can get assembler 3s, that's good. And looking at that, that's pretty much it. That's all we get. Maybe some inserter stack size. Yeah, we can do some of those and stuff, but really, it's not much. We can't get level 3 modules, that's pretty important. So these are pretty important packs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I know I can obviously just hold, click, and drag, but I'm counting them. That's why I'm clicking each one. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And people, I know this is going to irritate people. Why am I using fast inserters? I don't need fast inserters. It's what I have on me, and trigger an alien attack by pollution. Oh dear. Really? Oh jeez. Good thing I put those turrets there. Oh dear. Oh man, oh man, oh man. We're gonna need to clear that out, because I didn't put any ammo in these turrets. Oh crap. I have a bad feeling about this one, guys. That maybe get wrecked. We may have to take a detour here and do that, because that is not what we want. For my coal outpost to remain intact, you know, don't want it killed like 10 minutes after I finish it. But yeah, so fast inserters, you know, whatever. It's what I have. I want everything to be fast inserters. The power, I don't really care about, because we're not going to have power issues now that we actually have, you know, like 6 million coal. And the price is negligible in my mind, so So there's that. There's our inputs. So now, what do we want to do first? The engines. We need lube. That's going to be interesting. We actually have a ton of lube barreled. That's actually really, that's good. That's good. I'm just, I'm contemplating here. Okay. So, I mean, it's what you guys like to see, I think. You guys said you like to see the design thing, and some of it involves me sitting here in silence figuring stuff out. These are very straightforward. They're expensive, but they're very straightforward. We don't need any other assemblers for them here because we already have everything else ready. We just need 3 belts in and an output. I want to do the engines, though. So what we can do for that... yeah, what I'm going to do is... Because I kind of like... I like the idea that we're keeping all this kind of lined up, at least in a vertical sense. So what we're going to do... I'll leave myself some room. So if we do that, and then those go like that... So electric engines actually, I know this is not making any sense. It'll make sense once I actually build it. I'm picturing it in my head. I'm gonna place that there for a marker. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do engines. So we want electric engines. It's gonna be kind of similar to the, what was it? To these guys where it just loops back around like that. Because what we're gonna do, I should leave more space in this. We can go this way. Quite a ways. I'd prefer to have more space than not enough. So what this is going to do is this is going to loop down, come back. So this is going to be our electric engines. And how many of these do we need? Well, these take 10 seconds and these take 14, but so we have 10 assemblers. So essentially we just need 10 of these assemblers, right? It's kind of like these. We had 2, 4, 6, 8, because these took 8 seconds. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Yep. Detour. Quick. Give me ammo. These dudes, man, they asked for it now. I swear to God. Man, if these guys kill too much of this outpost, they are going to wish... Oh man. It is going to be a painful, painful death. So that's a lot of ammo. Did I not cap this? God damn it. I'm sorry for the language. Jeez, I hate it when I forget to cap a chest. Oh. Are these... Did it make it? Yeah, not even close. There's just one little dude running around. Now, here's the problem. I'm gonna get wrecked by a train. So what we're gonna do... It's gonna have you turn to manual. See, I know you guys were waiting. I know you were. I know you were waiting. You were like, all right, is Xterm going to get in a train and drive this way on a one-track thing with another train coming the other direction? It would have been funny. Don't worry. I can guarantee you I'm going to have some train issues this playthrough, but it's not going to be now. And I don't have time to have my train get obliterated when I need to go defend my outpost. So, it would have actually just ejected me even if I did have a collision, but I would have lost the locomotive, which I don't really want. So, we're going to go out here. I'm going to defend this, and then I'm going to go on a killing spree, because these guys are really starting to irritate me. Don't worry, it won't take long. So, what did they kill? He just broke like a little hole in here. This is what I get for not putting ammo here. Had there been ammo here, and a turret, of course, try to put ammo into a ghost turret. That's smart. Was that... I was gonna say, is that all my turrets? Jeez, I thought I just had 2. Do that. Yes, I'm sticking 100 because I had an entire freaking uncapped chest of them. I might as well make this last. Okay, so stick a little bit here. I'm going to make one more turret just to replace that one that did get destroyed. I actually don't really want to bother. I really don't want to bother with going and killing stuff because it does take a little bit. I really want to get these production packs, at least the materials for them, done this episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to hitch a ride back on this guy. Never mind. Because he's going to take us to the coal, and it's actually a long walk back. So what we're going to do is going to then place this thing right behind him. Wow, apparently there was still a gate there. Okay. Floor it. Let's see if we can catch him. Possibly. I think he still has solid fuel in the front loco, so we actually probably won't, even though we're much faster since there's just our little locomotive. That should keep that outpost defended, at least for a little bit. And I'll just hop off at our little hardware store here. Slow down. Perfect. Alright, sweet. So is there anything here I need? There is. I could use some fast inserters. And some gears. Do I need assemblers? Not really. Could definitely use some belt. Let's grab some belt. So yeah, those are going to be my electric engines. What I'm going to do is I'm going to direct insert the normal engines into them, and then we're going to have a little bit of a pipe and gear factory off to the side, which is what I'd lined up here. Now, in terms of direct insertion here, do recall that these take lube. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a lube thing here, which very conveniently lines up with this. He's going to be an unbarreler, and what we're going to do is we're going to do that, and we're then going to need to make tons of pipes, and 10 seconds, 14 seconds. I don't need 10 of those. I need 14 of those. I almost messed up. You guys are probably yelling at me. I need 14 of these, right? Because they take 14 seconds. I want 2 a second, but they output 2. I just had 10 in my head from this. That doesn't change this ratio, because we still want 2 a second from those. 1 a sec? No. We want 1 a second. Because we essentially need to feed 1 a second worth for this, right? Because again, an output's 2, so that's how you get your 2 a second, even though you're only quote unquote have the production for 1 a second, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if it didn't. It's the best way I can think to explain it. Okay, so there's that. Those are for, I'll expand that, the belts and stuff. Is this not supposed to copy the direction? Sure, I covered that in my tips and tricks thing. Interesting. Could have sworn it did that. In fact, I'm almost positive it did that. I'm suspicious. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. You guys are like, well, how the hell do we insert this? Well, we're going to take this, and these are going to be our normal engines because luckily it is a 1-to-1, right? They both take 10 seconds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use our handy long-handed inserters and do this. Now, technically, yes, I could do undergrounds, maybe save a little teeny weensy bit of UPS because there are less pipes. Again, at this stage, I don't really worry about it. We're like 1/10 of the way to having issues, not even close. And this whole base is going to be torn down anyway at some point. So, just to clarify for anyone, who thinks I should use underground, I actually think this looks a little better just because it's kind of consistent. So there's that. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to have 2 input belts, right? One's going to be steel or, well, how many? 1. Yeah, one's probably just going to be gears and pipes since I'm going to be making them near each other, and then the other's going to be steel. So what we're going to do is this thing could be, let's see. So 1 gear, we have 10 machines, which essentially means we need a gear a second, which means that 1 gear machine is more than enough because in 10 seconds, a gear machine will actually make 20 gears, and we only need 10 every 10 seconds. So 1 gear machine is going to be more than enough. Same with pipe. Yeah, because pipe, it needs 2, but again, pipes only take half a second to make, so that's actually perfect. Because in 10 seconds, you will have made 20 pipe, but it needs 20 pipe for 10 of them in 10 seconds, right? So, let's see. What do we want to input? How's the rest of this inputted? Kind of like that. Okay, this is fine. So, again, 2 inputs, because we need to input 2 iron. We get 1 gear out. And then the pipe could probably just go right next to it. The belt is going to be a little bit finicky in terms of how I'm going to connect this, potentially. In fact, this is going to be a little bit wonky. You know, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I would rather have these assemblers line up with this and the other ones and just have a little bit of a curvy belt. And then this thing, what we're going to have to do here is do something kind of like we just did with the, what was it, the inserters, I think, for Green Science? Or something. Oh, I just did that. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're going to do there. So that's that. Now, I do have my fourth smelter up. I haven't quite added the fourth iron belt. Once we do, I will be doing the correct 4-to-1 split-offs on all my split-offs. Zuri and I did a workshop of that in the first season of the workshop series. Yeah, so that's why I'm not using them yet, because I don't actually have 4 lanes. So this is going to split. I don't know if the top line can support it or not. Again, we will be doing proper splits here very shortly. Probably between this episode and next, I will have tied in that last line. So he's going to grab, he's going to output, and then we just need some steel. And this will be one component done. I'm not sure we'll actually get all this done this episode, unfortunately, due to our little friend's interruption. Apparently, I just doesn't have power either. Okay. So those are going to do that. And then this guy just needs to be steel, which is very straightforward. Just underneath. Or we'll just do that. That's good anyway, right? Because it maximizes the underground length. And then like so. And steel is not even need to go there. What am I doing? Oh, geez. Okay, well. Okay, so go here. Now, people have said that really you want your vertical lines to be undergrounds like this, but this is only if you're bringing a vertical line up, right? If I'm undergrounding my main line to get to somewhere, then it's better to do that than to underground like 5 of these. Although in this case, I'm going to need to underground at least one of these because this won't fit otherwise. There we go. So there's that. He's gonna come along this way. And this was actually pretty useless. Like that. And come on, pipette tool, don't fail me now. Actually, my keyboard is what's failing me. So that's gonna be steel. It's only on one side, which is actually fine. And there we go. So this is gonna be engines done. Furnaces are even more straightforward, and then the assemblers are going to be a little bit more interesting. Just logistically getting like how I'm going to feed the gears and stuff in, but really, the main issue with the assemblers is they are so damn expensive. These things are going to eat iron so fast, it's going to be ridiculous. Like, it's going to be equivalent to the miners probably, even though we only need, I think, one machine that does assemblers. It's, because I mean, the assemblers take half a second, right? And they need, you know, an assembler needs 22 iron every half a second. Now we don't, the thing doesn't actually have to run 100%, kind of like the gear machine. It only needs to run actually about 50%, or exactly 50% if my initial math is correct. So, you know, that's good, I suppose. It's just not quite as much. So he's going to do that. Let's do this. Output. And pray that this works. All I need to do is bring my lube down. For now, I'll just hand carry it because there's like 100 barrels up there, which should last quite a long time, I'd imagine. Wow, for once we're actually out of copper. And yeah, so I'm going to go get the lube, and that might close out this episode. I don't actually know what our time is. We're at 24 minutes, so that'll be about perfect. Let's go get the lube, and I'm going to load him in, and then we'll be ready to rock with that. And next episode, we'll finish this out, and probably based on how long it will take, meaning it won't take long, because I pretty much already have an idea of how I want to do this stuff, and hopefully won't get distracted by stupid little bugs. we'll finish this out probably in the first half or first third of next episode, and then maybe move on to blue circuits, because we need those anyway for the high-tech stuff, which is going to be a bit of a chore on its own. That's it's by far the hardest. I mean, it is the last pack. Wow, this takes forever to run through here. Just need power armor. Can I get power armor yet? Power armor 2. I do have power armor 1. We need blue circuits. So that's what we're going to do. That'll be good. I think if I'm efficient with my time, next episode we should get the production totally finished and get blue circuits totally finished as well. Wow. Forgot they only stacked in 10. Okay. I feel like they should stack higher than 10, potentially. At least... I mean, it might be confusing. This is kind of just a side tangent. I feel like something should stack higher in a player inventory than in other things. Like, if they stacked higher than 10 in a cargo wagon, I think that would be a bit overpowered, because they're barrels and, like, transferring liquids via barrels in a train cargo wagon is still really, really powerful. So if they stacked higher than 10 in that, I can see that that would be overpowered. In a player inventory, I really wish they stacked higher than 10. That's probably not actually possible. So it's understandable that they haven't done it. Maybe it is, I don't know. But just kind of a side comment. Anyway, so yeah, we should get blue circuits totally finished and production packs totally finished next episode, which should be very productive. Having the blue circuits totally finished will mean that we can get power armor. It's not even worth like putting an exoskeleton. I don't even know if an exoskeleton can fit. Can it? Yeah, it's like half the thing though. So we do that, it inserts, we need an output obviously because it will back up on empty barrels, otherwise this thing will work. This thing does not have green circuits because I'm an idiot. Luckily, see, this is why you leave room. This is exactly why you leave room. For when you make mistakes like this. See, I already prepared ahead. I already knew I was going to mess up. So I prepared myself for the inevitable mess up. Yeah, blue circuits should be really, like, super straightforward. I mean, literally, we just have some circuit machines which direct insert, and then have, you know, a line of red circuits and some sulfuric acid input, and we're good to go. Okay, I want to finish this episode maybe a couple minutes long. This really should not take very long at all, though. Do that. Where are my green circuits? Oh, geez, they're way back here. Come on. I haven't expanded this yet. Alrighty. Go under. So he's like that. Split. Wow, that was like a perfect length. Okay, so there's going to be that. Connect him up. Now, longhand inserters are fine here, I mean, because longhand inserters are slower, right? But we only need 2 circuits every 10 seconds, so long-handed inserters are going to be more than sufficient for this. Yeah, just making sure my belts are right. Okay. There we go. Once circuits get here, this should kick in, considering circuits get here. And there we go. So that's exactly why we leave room, in case stuff like that happens. So these are going to be on the outside of the belt, right? Because inserters prefer, or, well, they always insert on the outside of the belt. When grabbing from it, they prefer the inside, but will grab from the outside. But when exporting onto it, they will always put onto the outside, which in this case will actually turn to the inside here. So then what we can do is one of the things, like whatever else it may be, whatever we make over here, we'll somehow belt maybe just straight under here, because our bus at the top ends here, right? This is our steel. So we'll bring it under and just side load it right onto there, boom. And then the last thing, whatever it may be, doesn't matter which, we'll just tie onto this line and we will be set to go. And let me just finish this out really quickly. Just a little bit. Factorio curse. Always getting distracted with stuff, can never finish. I think that's going to do it, guys. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like. And as always, I would love to hear any thoughts, comments you have down in the comments. And yeah, I'm really surprised I didn't Completely botched that outro while I'm trying to build this. But anyway, take care, guys, and until next time, I look forward to seeing you all.